We will now like to have the joint press announcement by Excellencies President Marcos of the Republic of the Philippines and Prime Minister Takaichi. I'd first like to invite Prime Minister Takaichi before President Marcos. Prime Minister Takaichi, please. I would like to once again extend my heartfelt welcome to His Excellency President Marcos on the occasion of his state visit this year, which marks the 70th anniversary of the normalization of diplomatic relations between the Philippines and Japan. The Philippines and Japan are neighbors across the sea who share the basic values and principles. Cooperation with the Philippines, one of the closest like-minded countries for Japan, is extremely important in realizing the updated Free and Open Indo-Pacific, or FOIP, updated FOIP. From that perspective, I concurred with President Marcos to position the bilateral relationship as comprehensive strategic partnership. This demonstrates the determination of our two countries to strengthen multi-layered relationships as like-minded countries sustainably going forward without being affected by the changes in the international environment. In our meeting today, first, in security area, we concurred on commencing formal negotiations for the agreement on the protection of classified military information. We also concurred to accelerate the exchange between the defense authorities towards the transfer of Abukuma-class destroyers and others. In order to respond to the regional strategic environment, which is growing more severe, Japan will further deepen cooperation with the Philippines. We also concurred to further deepen economic cooperation between Japan and the Philippines, and Japan and ASEAN, including economic cooperation in the entire Asian region and in improving supply chain resilience. In this respect, towards upgrading the Japan-Philippines Economic Partnership Agreement and Japan-ASEAN Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, the two countries will continue to explore.
While promoting investment and economic exchange with the Philippines, which is an important partner for Japan on trade and economic fronts, to support Philippines' effort to be an upper middle income country, on top of the new tax convention which was signed just now, we signed an MOC and other documents in the areas of agriculture, International Horticulture Expo, AI, Space and Human Resource Development this month. As the international situation becomes increasingly uncertain regarding energy, Japan stands with Asian countries, including the Philippines. This time, under Power Asia, including the activities of Japanese businesses on the ground to strengthen supply chain resilience of medical products and others, as well as to realize oil reserve system in the Philippines and joint oil stockpiling arrangements of ASEAN, we will strengthen support. I am convinced that all of these initiatives will support mainstreaming AOIP under the updated FOIP and strengthen the autonomy and resilience of Japan and the Philippines as well as the region. In light of such relationship with the Philippines, we have decided to include the support for the candidature of the Philippines for next month's UNSC election in the joint statement at this time. And also regarding the regional and international situations, we had discussions, and together with President Marcos, who is the chair of ASEAN, we were able to confirm a collaboration towards promoting peace and stability of the region. Taking the 70th anniversary as an opportunity, I will further develop bilateral collaboration together with President Marcos. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would now like to invite President Marcos for his remarks.
Her Excellency Prime Minister Takaichi Sanae, the esteemed members of the Japanese and Philippine delegations, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Prime Minister Takaichi and I just concluded a very productive and forward-looking bilateral meeting covering the ever-expanding scope of Philippine-Japanese relationships. As we commemorate the 70th anniversary of the normalization of diplomatic relations between our two countries, I am pleased to announce that we have elevated our relationship from a strengthened strategic partnership to a comprehensive strategic partnership. This milestone reflects the strength, depth, and breadth of our ties as we respond to the evolving challenges and opportunities of our time. Our discussions reaffirmed our commitment to further advance cooperation across key areas, including economic partnership, energy resilience, decarbonization, cooperation in defense and security, maritime matters, as well as emerging and future-oriented sectors. We had meaningful exchanges on regional and global issues, including challenges that are now emerging in the Indo-Pacific region, and of course the developments in the Middle East and their impact on energy security. We appreciate Japan's expressions of support for the Philippines' chairship of ASEAN this year and for ASEAN's unity and centrality. Today, we also witnessed the signing of an important agreement on the avoidance of double taxation, which will enhance the business environment and promote greater cross-border investment. The Philippines and Japanese governments have likewise forged new arrangements that will expand our cooperation in the agricultural and fisheries sector, improve equitable access to quality health services, and continue our long-standing partnership in our human resource development. In addition, we will advance our cooperation in space development and application, artificial intelligence, energy security, and supply chain resilience. Lastly, we jointly announced the commencement of the negotiations for the General Security of Military Information Agreement, as well as for the delimitation of our maritime borders. These are very important steps to further strengthen our defense cooperation and to uphold a rules-based maritime order. They will enhance the mutual trust between our two countries. These substantive discussions with the Prime Minister have demonstrated the vigor with which the Philippines-Japan Comprehensive Strategic Partnership will proceed, built on a foundation of friendship and shared values for peace, diplomacy, and adherence to international law. Yesterday, the First Lady and I had the honor of an imperial audience with Their Majesties Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako, which reaffirmed the enduring friendship between our two countries and the goodwill between our peoples. I also had the opportunity to engage with Japanese business leaders and investors, where we discussed expanding cooperation in strategic sectors such as energy, agriculture, and emerging industries. Earlier today, I had the privilege of addressing the National Diet of Japan, where I conveyed our shared vision of weaving the future together through peace, prosperity, and possibilities. Tomorrow, I will pay my farewell to you and a farewell to Their Majesties before departing for Manila. I wish to thank Prime Minister Takaichi for her warm hospitality and for the productive discussions that reaffirm the strength and bright future of the Philippines-Japan relations as we continue to strive to reach even greater heights. Arigato gozaimasu.
ありがとうございました。以上をもちまして共同記者発表を終了いたします。
The joint press announcements.